Hi guys, it's me Rachel, and Maggie. Maggie got big, right? She got bigger. Alright, so I have a good story. It's about the journey of my phone. First, you just have to look at what it looks like right now. Isn't that nice how you can't see the screen? It's awesome, right? Yeah, it's great. So, ADD. Okay. So, I'm on the bus on the way home, right? And I'm talking to my friends, Christine and Ariel. And, like, I get off, and I wasn't paying attention, so I left my phone on the bus. And I was like, not a big deal. Because I don't know if any of you guys have ever left a phone on a bus, but usually, like, the next day, the driver will just be like, oh, yeah, someone left their phone. And you'll be like, oh, it's mine. And then you take it, and you're like, thanks. And they're like, yeah, because they never have, like, a nice attitude. I don't know why. So, like, the least I could do is say, you're welcome. Or, like, yeah, have a nice day. But no. They always just kind of, like, give it to you, like, don't let it happen again. It's weird. So anyway, I'm not worried about it. I'm like, oh, I'll just get it later. So then my friend Elena calls my house and is like, hey, I know who has your phone. And I was like, what? And she's like, some guy named Davier. I was like, no, Elena, I was on the bus. Some guy named Davier doesn't have it. That's not possible. And she's like, well, he has it. I just called your phone and he picked up. And I was like, what? So, like, I was kind of scared to call because I didn't want to. I don't like awkward situations that much. Like, in person, fine. I love awkward situations. But, like, on the phone with a stranger, it's just weird to me, honestly. So I kind of am a little bit hesitant to call my phone to see who had it. So I tell my friend Shira to do it. But Shira doesn't even live here. Shira lives in, like, another state. So she doesn't know anything about, like, my phone or, like, what school I go to. So she's like, okay, so some guy named Alan has it. And he lives in, I think he said, Coral Ridge. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. She's like, in Plainsboro. I'm like, that is not correct. So I listen to her talk about nothing that makes sense. Because I guess, like, if you don't know what's around here, I guess you can misunderstand words. So, long story short, I call the guy after my mom makes me. She freaked out. And I'm like, hi, this is the girl whose phone you have. And he's like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm Alan. I'm like, okay, cool. Can I have my phone back? And he's like, well, I don't know how I'm going to get it to you. And I was like, well, like, who found it? He's like, my daughter. I was like, does she go to high school? Because I figured, like, oh, someone from my school must have found it. He's like, no, she's in the 5th grade. I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. So, like, stop. My dog's attacking me. See? I did nothing to her. Okay. Anyway, so I'm, like, really confused. I'm like, well, where did she find it? He's like, at a bus stop on the floor. I'm like, alright, awesome. So, not only, and the screen's already messed up. So I'm like, if anything else happens to this phone, I'm not going to be able to use it at all. So I'm like, oh, crap. So I was like, how can I get it? He's like, well, you could come here and get it. I'm like, okay, where do you live? I'm like, Quail Ridge, which is like 15 minutes from my house. So basically, my phone just, like, made its way onto a bus. Like, I'm assuming that the next people that got on the bus were a bunch of 5th graders. Stop it! What the hell? So my phone basically was left on a bus. I guess some 5th grader picked it up and threw it on the floor outside. And then when they all got off the bus, someone was like, oh, cool, a phone. Let's show Daddy. And Dad was like, oh, awesome. Let's just keep it and answer everyone who calls it. So yeah, but I did get it back because I went to the guy's, like, neighborhood and got it, which was a hassle and weird because it was awkward. I was, like, meeting him. I was like, oh, hey, that's my phone. Bye. It was weird. So yeah, that's my story. Yeah, so I don't know what's wrong with this puppy, but it is freaking out. I don't know if you can hear it. It was like, so yeah. So this weekend is a long weekend for me because it's Thursday and we don't have school today or tomorrow, so it's a 4-day weekend, so it's pretty sweet. But, like, all I've been doing, like, today and yesterday is just, like, taking care of this thing. So, yeah. Actually, I went to my friend Matt's house last night and watched Noggin for like 2 hours, because that's how cool I am. Anybody else love Oswald? Maybe not. So yeah, so I know no one's probably watching this, but if you do, you should totally give me suggestions as to what I should talk about, because obviously I'm a little awkward with speaking, and I don't have too much to say all that often. And I'd like to do this more, because it's pretty entertaining for me. So, yeah. Comment, subscribe, whatever it's called. Rate it. Yeah. Bye, guys. Maggie says bye. Where's the button? Oh, that's so awkward. You know when you go to hit the stop recording button, but you don't actually click it? I just did that. Alright, for real this time. Bye.